the great debate.
Yeah, the Trumpster and Sleepy Hollow.
Hey, welcome to Last Minute Betting. Bob, Mike, Donald, all here for your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam. We're the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors across the world. That's right. Don't forget the OddsJam Partner Program, 50% revenue share. There is a link below in the description. Go check it out right now. And don't forget about the picks, the DubClub picks, me, Mike, and Tony. Unbelievable yesterday. 5-0.
Needed that.
Undefeated. We got a 14-day free trial. We got a link below in the description. Okay, Justin, get off, get from behind the mask now. I know you enjoy wearing that.
Well, I had to put it on because, I was the one that also agreed with you, Bob, that it was if the first goal was scored in the first 5 minutes of the game, it would probably only go up to minus 150, and we were wrong. It went way over minus 200.
You're right. And Randall was right in that, but one thing that he was wrong about, I'm going to say this. If you bet on Florida, you should quit betting. That was his statement. Wrong. Don't quit betting. Yay, Tristan. Yay, Tristan. Give Tristan some props. Now, by golly, he needed that. And,
yeah. He got to see his team win. And let's face it, last year for fans in Miami, they had the Heat in the NBA Finals and lost. They had the Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals and lost. Now they had the Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals again, one game away for a 3-0 lead, and it looked like it was done for it. It would be tough being a Miami fan. That was big, if you're a Miami fan, that I don't know if it, closed all the wounds, but it definitely healed them up a little bit, because if you're a Miami person, man, if the Panthers lose last night, my God, how much more can you take, huh?
And Canada has to wait.
They got to wait a little bit longer. I was completely wrong. And somebody brought up coaching in the chat yesterday, and they ended up actually
agreed with that comment, by the way.
No, their question was, how much can coaching play a factor here? My thought was, man, can coaching really do anything at this point? It's a game 7. You've played 6 games against each other. What can you possibly do as a coach to really change much other than just hope your team has a good game and does well? But guess what? Florida's coach did a good job, because the strategy was obvious for Florida last night. They were clogging the middle, and they were not letting Edmonton get free skaters coming towards the net, and an opportunity for a quick pass one-timer. They had the one breakaway goal, and then after that, Florida took away everything from Edmonton, and I think that's credit to the coach.
Yeah, and I believe I said something the other day about, hey, Paul Maurice is 4-0 in Game 7s now.
Well, somebody in the chat brought that up too. I think it was Scott.
You kind of threw that off by the way.
Well, at the end of the day,
Mike, I'm calling you out.
Well, look, he deserves credit. It was obvious he had a plan of attack last night for his team, and the message was clear, and the players stuck to it. They played well. The players got to execute. It's not, the coach can only do so much. Players got to execute. They did. Hats off to the Panthers. They earned it. And, we've almost forgot about those first 3 games, that they did win. And, they needed them, right? Because they were able to edge them out in Game 7.
I will say this. You're right, Tristan. Connor McDavid is a one. He's a generational player.
Having a no-show last night, man. He really was.
And in Game 6.
Well,
it's easier to score when you're down 3-0.
To me, I give a pass for Game 6 because they didn't need him in Game 6. They did need him in Game 7. The way the game went in Game 6, they didn't need him to do anything. They were able to get the job done. And in Game 7, though, they needed him. And Janmark gets that tying goal. I mean, man, that's your chance. McDavid or Draisaitl's got to do something. They got to make a play, set a guy up, do something. And they didn't. They didn't. And hats off to Florida. They matched up with the guys they wanted to match up with. They wanted the Barkov line out there against the McDavid line.
And why is that? Because Barkov is a better face-off guy.
Player. He's a good defensive player too.
Either McDavid or Draisaitl. Period. Now, let's get to something good here. Even though he was a no-show, I got to ask you this. He still made his presence felt vocally. What did he do? What did he do? Sing?
Well, no, he was trying to.
What did he do? He didn't do a damn thing.
Look, he was trying to amp his guys up. He was trying, he was trying to be a leader. I do get, credit to him. But at the end of the day, Connor, we needed you to make a play, man. We needed you to look. You can't.
And Tristan does not have to quit sports betting because he bet on Florida. Now, let's give Justin a shot here because he's just sitting there in his T-shirt, just waiting for an opportunity to pounce. What did you think of the game last night?
Well, speaking of T-shirt, I actually like yours. I just saw it was Breakstone. Yes, I like that one.
I used to work for them. Oops.
Oh, right, that's pretty cool. Right on. Well, it's like you said. McDavid needed to make a play, didn't do it, and a play would have went a long way for them because now it hurts his legacy. And can he get the big one? And it's too bad. And
where was Evander Kane hurt? Did he even play? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. They probably needed his physical presence.
They did.
There's no two ways about it.
In Game 7, yeah, they did. And
what's up, Alex? Hi, Alex Englander.
How would you like to be Corey Perry? That's the 4th different team he's played for that he's lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. He lost with Montreal. He lost with Dallas. He lost with Tampa Bay, and now Edmonton. All in this. And I think his rookie year, and he didn't really play much. They won the Cup, Anaheim, when he was with the Ducks.
But
he wasn't really a big part of that team yet. He was on the 4th line, I think, young player.
Bad luck.
Evidently so.
Yeah, that's just like Marian Hossa back in the thousands. He was on Detroit.
True, but Hossa he got his Chicago at least finally.
Yeah, you're right though. He was snake bitten there for a while.
He was with those Pittsburgh
and then
Pittsburgh and Detroit. They play. Yes, he was on opposite sides on both of those.
That's right. I forgot.
I will say this: if I have now, I feel this way. If I've got a Game 7, I'm still taking Sidney Crosby over Connor McDavid. I'm sorry, I am. I'm taking Sidney Crosby. If anybody disagrees with that,
no.
You need to watch hockey because now in their prime, give me Crosby. If I need a game, I want Crosby.
Well, and if you want a gold medal, you want Crosby. I
want Crosby. I want Crosby for a lot. I mean, let's face it. Sidney Crosby is a GOAT. He's a legend.
Don't forget the overtime game in the Olympics between the United States and Canada for the gold medal, and Crosby with the game winner.
Crosby. Dude, I'm telling you, I clutch. Crosby gets the job done. You want him on your team if you want to win, you want him on your team. You certainly want Gretzky too.
Why would he say Sad Huberdeau got traded?
Yeah, you don't want him. You got Kachuk.
You don't get a cup without Kachuk.
No.
Get out of here. Come on.
No, and Huberdeau's falling off, man.
Yeah,
he's falling off. That ends up a really great trade looking back now. Florida, without that trade, they're not where they're at. That was brilliant.
So now, Justin, what in the hell are we going to bet now? I'm talking to Justin now. What do you think? What are we going? I know what he's going after. Tell us.
Tennis.
See?
Yeah, it's been probably my best sport this month. I mean, yeah, I had a good day with it on Monday, and this day was a bit of a downfall. I made 3 units, lost 3 units today. But that's how it goes. But yeah, I think tennis, baseball, and if you're desperate, esports, especially on Prize Picks and Underdog.
Yeah.
Always going through that, betting as many parlay as you can.
Don't get away from WNBA.
And WNBA, yeah.
Okay? Because
but we don't have a long time left in the. I mean, we still got.
Yeah,
we still got a little bit of time, I guess. But no,
let's not forget NBA draft coming up Thursday.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that.
Why not?
Forget that. I don't bet on the drafts, man. I'm sorry.
We got the NHL draft coming up.
I don't.
Lots of exciting things happening, and let's not forget, Justin, the Olympics.
That's right. Is it the?
We're going to throw some money down on some track and field because I made some money on some track and field. So we're going to water polo. That's right. Totals and water polo. We will, Justin, maybe you and I should do a video of plays in water polo.
Okay. Do they show up on the EV page a lot?
No.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
You're going to have to line shop.
Yeah, what a way for the Giants to walk it off last night, honoring Willie Mays' first game back home. Good for your bets cashing out, and I believe, you were glad they won in the 9th, and you didn't want it to go into extra innings because there's a chance maybe that plus 1.5 if the Cubs have a big 10th inning, you end up getting screwed. So the fact the Giants closed it out and won outright, huge. Awesome stuff.
Here comes Wise Guy, total degenerate. Who you talking about? Me?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not betting on water polo.
You don't have to bet on anything. While I'm making money in
show me the bet slips. Let me see them.
You're losing money while you're betting on Edmonton to win the cup. I tried to talk you out of that stuff, man. The under was the play. It's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The under always goes, and the team that scores first usually wins.
Flat box. Yeah, I bet a little bit.
What, show the slips when they win? I will.
I know. I mean, you're acting like you've got experience betting in water polo and done well. I want to see the bet slips where you won, cashed out.
That's too many years ago.
Yeah, I mean, remember, Randall did have McDavid winning Conn Smythe at +2.
Great. Bravo. I'm not betting those markets. It's a market I stay away from. Too volatile. Good for you, Randall. Great job.
But you'll bet on water polo? The hell?
Yeah, I know.
And you're talking about betting in the end, Bob. You're saying,
what, Mike? I'm trying to answer Randall here.
Oh yeah,
you're right. I did say he wasn't winning. You're absolutely right.
You did. Now, Bob, hold on.
Say that, but
you're telling me.
Even an ex-Oiler like Mark Messier said, yeah, I did call you about the Cardinals futures today. Yeah, I was asking you. You're the futures guy.
The Cardinals to do what?
Win the division.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, well, Randall, he's been listening to some podcasts. He kind of likes that.
Well.
Plus 450.
But you're a Cardinal fan, though, so you know how that works out for
you.
I
know. I don't used to do them.
Bob, yeah, you don't bet and explain this to me. You don't bet futures. You don't bet like MVP, Conn Smythe winner, but you're talking, but when we started the show, you're wanting to talk about the NBA draft and what to bet on that. What?
That's because Justin.
And the NHL draft. You're wanting to talk about betting the draft?
Justin's an NBA fan, right?
Right.
Exactly. Oh, and speaking of which, thank you. So I could shift gears so we don't keep going down the same damn path.
Well, that makes no sense.
No, I know.
Don't give me shit.
In the draft.
Let's talk about the new coach of the Lakers, guys. You're both Lakers fans. What do you think? Justin first. about J.J. Redick?
Well, has he coached?
No.
Yeah. You know what? I really don't know about this, to be quite honest. I mean, it feels like to me his upside is like Steve Nash when he was with the Nets, and then his downside is being like Steve Nash, yeah, yeah, or like Urban Meyer for the Jaguars. Honestly,
So, I mean, I feel like sometimes those are the type of guys you want as a coach. He wasn't an all-star, a great player. Steve Nash was a hell of a player. Jason Kidd, you see the success he's having. He was a hell of a player. But sometimes those guys that were real good players don't pan out real well as coaches. And it's the guys like the J.J. Redicks that end up doing well because they know the attention to detail and what it takes to be part of, not the main guy. They know what it's like to be a team player or role player. So those can be the most important parts of your team anyway. So I think they're able to relate to guys a lot more. So I don't really have a feel on it yet. I think it could end up working out okay. I don't know though.
Yeah, I think it could pan out okay. It's just a matter of what's going to happen. And also he's pretty young for a coach. I mean, if Ty Lue was young for the Cavaliers, this is very young for the Lakers.
Yeah, 100%. And he's a guy. Yes, there you go. Look at Steve Kerr. I mean, that's exactly what he kind of is. I think he's a really smart basketball mind. I mean, I think J.J. Redick's a smart basketball mind. He went to Duke, had a good career with Duke, played in the NBA, has played with a lot of different teams, different players, been a part of a lot of different locker rooms. I mean, I think this has got potential to be a good move. I'm not going to sign off and say greatest move you can make yet, but I mean, I don't dislike it. I got to be honest with you. I don't dislike it at all.
Does LeBron like it?
I think he does. I really do. I think LeBron will be completely fine. I mean, he's been on a podcast with Redick talking. They seem to, definitely be kind of interactive. So yeah, I think this will be great, man. And the most important things is what could he do for a guy like Austin Reeves, guys like that, where he can really, because Anthony Davis, LeBron, we know what they are. He's going to help with schemes and things like that, but it's what he could do for some of them other younger players that I'm intrigued about.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, is LeBron James even going to be on the team next year? I still feel like he's committed.
I think Redick's the perfect type of guy to take on a project like Bronny. Why not? He'd be all up for it. I think he'd do a great job, man. I really do.
Yeah, well, you know what? I could still see the Lakers somehow getting Bronny, but I don't know how they're going to do it, though, because I feel like LeBron James is really committed to playing with Bronny. So if he gets drafted elsewhere, what's his next move? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if somebody decides to take a chance and pull the trigger before the Lakers and make it interesting, but maybe not. Maybe they don't even want to waste their time with drafting Bronny because they pretty well know what the end result's going to be. I think LeBron stays in LA, and I really think the Lakers probably end up drafting him. And I think LeBron handpicked him. I agree. I really do. I think he made this call for sure. He did. He had to.
Go back. You got to read the whole thing.
You know what?
LeBron is a clown. Claims to have no say. Yeah. Come on. Justin, come out with both hands. Come on, let's go. LeBron.
Well, I mean, was Michael Jordan not calling the shots when he was in Washington? And look how that worked out for him. I mean,
no, I don't. No. I think Phil Jackson don't let people call shots.
Now here's a guy that you don't ever hear from.
Kevin Gamblin is in the building. We got LeBron haters everywhere.
Lakers will take him if not his son. Not even I agree.
Hopefully. They're going to keep LeBron James. But
all right, I got to ask a question here. Or first of all, point out something. Did you know that there were 14 players in the NBA last year of French descent? Wembanyama and Gobert being two of the most well-known. Guys, they're talking about the possibility of two French guys going 1 and 2 in this draft. Then there are 3 probably going in the top 10. When did France learn how to play basketball like this?
I mean, I think they've been trending towards that direction. You know, I mean, look at a guy like Tony Parker. You know, I mean,
True,
you
good
know,
point.
I mean, I think they've been trending that way, and I think that the European basketball's, you know, I think I saw it said best. I can't remember who said it, but you know, in the USA, we practice once a week. And then we play like 6 games, travel hours away to play a competitive game in a tournament. And in Europe, you play like 1 game a week and you practice like 4 or 5 days. They work on the fundamental. They work on all the little things that go along, even in today's day and age. That goes a long way, man. The fundamentals. You know, look at some of these players like Luka. He's not athletic at all, man. Can he get you 30 plus a night? Yep. Easy. You know, I mean, that's what's happening here. European basketball has just gotten to where it's taken over.
Here we go. Here come the LeBron haters. That's why the Lakers are trash. European basketball has always been strong. I lived in Europe quite a while. And now just don't like how LeBron jumped from team to team. Nobody likes LeBron for some reason.
Well, I don't care. I don't care, but it's the only problem I have with him is if you argue him that he's out of the top 3 all time, then it's like, okay, now you're going too far because you think Chamberlain is better than you have no idea what you're talking about. You know what? I'll give you a bold take, Bob. I think Wilt Chamberlain's the most overrated basketball player that ever played.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that's ridiculous. Okay. He played against Bill Russell, probably the greatest defensive.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, that's it ran. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. That's why European dude, they practice more than they worry about playing game. What do those games count for? Oh, we went 4-0 this weekend. You know, we won.
In any sport around, especially if you're around this area, is bullshit. So whatever, it's just dumb. But let's get back to this Chamberlain.
Yes,
because I saw Wilt still play. Okay, I watched him play, and you know, still to this day, Bill Russell is considered, if not the greatest defensive center ever, then top 2. Okay, yeah. I really don't know who would beat him as a defensive center because he was pretty unbelievable. You know, and he also, Chamberlain played against Kareem when he was Lou Alcindor, dude. Okay, now so you know he played against a young Moses Malone. Wilt was more than what you think, and on top of that, if you read his book, he had a lot of fun outside of basketball.
Well,
Wilt was definitely living it up.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is he preferred to get off than be good at basketball?
I mean, I think he's cool with doing both. I think he's cool with doing both. I think he's fine with both. I think he's content with putting up a 30-point double-double and getting laid at the hotel. I mean, absolutely. I mean, he's living the dream there. You know,
I'd put Olajuwon over Wilt.
I think I would too, honest. I really do, just because of Olajuwon's footwork, man. I don't know that I mean, Olajuwon, I mean, remember Olajuwon, he was tough for Shaq at times, in Shaq's younger days.
Exactly.
Now he didn't deal with big Shaq. When Shaq got fat, that it was too much to deal with.
All right, here's the deal. Okay, I want you to listen to this. Averaged 22.9 rebounds for his career, 50.4 points per game in a season, a whole season, scoring 100 points.
Randall's in agreement with you, Justin.
And then let's go with 55 rebounds in a single game, scoring 65 or more points 15 times, and 50 or more points 118 times. If he ain't top 10, then you're nuts. And you don't know basketball.
LeBron James and Michael Jordan would have kicked his freaking ass if they were playing against Wilt, despite how much bigger Wilt was than it was. So would you literally put Wilt over LeBron James?
I said he was a top 10 player. I'm not putting him over LeBron.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. Because
no.
Here's what Max Kellerman said. I know people don't like Max Kellerman, but he said the reason why Michael Jordan and LeBron James were better than them is because they were literally Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain balanced. Like,
okay, so Randall's with. Okay, so yeah, Randall's with you. He's
I don't care what era. I'm there with you, Bobby. Scored 100 in a game. Doesn't matter what era. 100.
No, I definitely.
55 rebounds in a game. 55. Think about that. That's insane, dude. That's just insane.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say people put him in the top 5 for some reason, and that's just not the case at all.
Yeah, I got you. You're not with Justin. I'm not with Justin either. Not on this one.
Oh.
Sorry. No, but you're right. Top 5. No, I would not put him in top 5. And I don't know who you put in the top 5 besides Jordan and
LeBron
and
James.
Kobe.
You're putting
some Converse shoes too.
Well, if you had to say right here and now, what's your top 5? Because mine is Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem, Russell, and either Magic or Kobe. So you'd
have to put Kobe ahead of Magic.
Okay, yeah, I feel like at 5 you can even put Kobe or Magic there, whichever one.
I think I'd have to put. Man, that's tough.
It really is, because I don't know. I mean, it's hard to leave. It's hard to leave a guy like Larry Bird out too. I mean,
well, he's talking top 5. Wilt is top 5.
Yeah, I mean, and for center, who do you put? Wilt? Is he your center? I'm thinking starting 5.
Either him or Kareem.
Kareem.
I would top 5. One of them's got to be in there. One of them's not. But Wilt, you don't understand how great Wilt was.
Okay, well, here's my question to you and Randall then. So, would you consider James Harden in the 2010s? Would you consider him a top 5 player in the decade?
Who?
James Harden. No, right?
No, he's one a very good defensive player at all.
Right. So, I mean, Wilt was a good defensive player. I'm not disputing that. But
I'm not putting Harden in the top 5.
No, because
for that era. No, I'm not.
Now you ready for the better part of this? Did you know Chamberlain never fouled out? Never fouled out. A big man never fouling out. Sorry, dude. That's insane. Well,
I'm not saying that he was a bad player. I'm just saying, like, you put him top 5 or put him over guys like Kobe, Magic, even Bird. Like,
all right,
you can't do that.
All right, so can I just say this? Wilt Chamberlain holds 72 NBA records, including regular season records in scoring, rebounding, and durability. And in his era, they didn't count blocks.
Well, I mean, if he was so good at padding these stats, then why the hell does he only have 2 championships? That's my question. Like, why could he not win the big one?
Let's see. Well, how many did Jerry West have?
I don't know. Like 4, right?
I don't know. I don't think even that many.
Let's see.
It took him a long time before he ever got a championship. And you know what happened to Wilt's Lakers? They ran into the 1970, was it 72 or 73 New York Knicks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With Willis Reed, with the famous game that he came out and played.
Tristan, let me answer this question. Tristan, I've got nothing for an NBA futures right now. I mean, a lot's going to happen. So, you know how the NBA offseason goes. We got the draft coming up, but yeah, there's a lot that's going to happen. So definitely not looking at anything right now.
Boston wins the East.
Jerry West has 1 championship.
That's what I thought. And he was the logo.
Well, it's
how can you not
top 5 scorer in that? I'll say in that area you were talking about, Justin, Harden for scoring. Yeah, I mean Harden, that's all he does is score. He can't play defense though, so you couldn't throw him for that era at all. No, couldn't even consider him.
Yeah, well, I was comparing the two because like they seem like in the same boat. It's like they're stat patters. They break like records, this and that, MVPs, but it's like when are they gonna win? Sure, Chamberlain got 2, but
sorry,
you can't put him on the top 5 with only 2 championships.
Randall's ripping your ass like he did me the other day. If Wilt isn't top 5, then I guess Barry Sanders isn't one of the best running backs ever. And this is insane talk to me. You know what? I don't know if he's top 5 because it's him and Kareem right there together. I'm not sure which one was better. I think Wilt was so dominant, and it was a different game back then, but still 100 points.
Well, no question it takes a full team to win. I'm not saying that. But that's football though. It's harder to win hey, you can disagree with this. I find it's harder to win a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's
Aaron Rodgers.
That's why there's no doubt Tom Brady's the GOAT. I mean, how can you even argue at that? You know what I mean? Like the dude's got rings out the wazoo, man. 7.
Yeah, I mean, I hate Tom Brady, but I even admit he's the GOAT. Like 7 championships. I mean, yeah, he had good teams, but he was the guy. He won 5 Super Bowl MVPs. He's it. Aaron Rodgers is considered one of the greatest of all time. He has 1. Like,
yeah.
By golly, I've never seen Kevin Gamblin talk this much. Mike.
Me neither.
Kevin's on it, man. He's on the ball, man. He's on it. Yeah, Barry Sanders was great.
Last thing I'll say about this Wilt Chamberlain talk, like like I said, not saying he's not a great player, but when you got all those stats, sure, 2 championships, a lot of players don't even have 1. But in my opinion, championships, finals MVPs, it does matter when you want to be in the top 5. That's why I believe this championship, it hurts Jason Tatum a little bit. Just because, he didn't win the finals MVP. So that goes to, even though he's considered the 1A, he didn't win the finals MVP. So
but I mean, the same happened with Kobe and Shaq, and their 3. Shaq won all but I mean, you could have argued, Kobe could have been finals MVP in at least one of those finals. I mean, I think the problem was, and I think that's why Kobe didn't win league MVP very often. I mean, the year Steve Nash won, I was shocked Steve Nash won the MVP the one year over Kobe. Yeah. But that was during Kobe's scandal and all that going on. So he didn't end up getting it,
I mean, Kobe then got his 2 championships when he was the 1A of the team, then back to back, not to mention. So he did
finally get him.
Oh, ball.
And,
Well, yes, he's not a top 5 quarterback of all time,
Oh,
but
hell no.
top 10 for sure, I'd say.
I mean,
And that's
maybe I got to think about that a little bit. Okay, you got to go back to Otto Graham and some people too. You know,
you got
go
Elway sitting out there, Marino sitting out there. Marino never won a Super Bowl, but how the heck? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks that. I mean, that's tough. It's tough when you get into the top 5.
Absolutely, I agree. Tatum was clearing away the MVP. That's why humans vote. You know what? And
no.
You can win an MVP without winning a championship. We just saw it last night, folks. So,
Yeah.
You know, that can happen. Bottom line is you can't measure it by championships alone.
Well,
if you're going to do that, you better stick with the guys who stayed with one team. That's what I'm thinking. You better stick with Jordan and Kobe and Kareem and Magic and Bird. Those are all one-team guys, okay?
Well,
LeBron had to jump around to get them championships. You can say whatever you want, but that's what he did. He made that decision.
He had nothing in Cleveland. He had nothing. I mean, plain and simple.
Okay. So, you know, they didn't have anything in Chicago for a long time when Michael Jordan first got there either, dude.
Well, they got Pippen eventually, and then Dennis Rodman and all their role players. And
there you go. Warren Moon, Elway, Marino, Montana.
Mark Bulger.
Do we have any positive EV plays today, Mike? Or are we just going to get out of here?
We'll find more tomorrow. We got games already starting now, so
hey, let's not forget Warren Moon.
Oh, absolutely.
He came out of the Canadian Football League.
Oh, absolutely.
He was a phenomenal passer.
Yeah, Warren Moon was a monster.
Yes. All right. That ends the show, folks. That was some interesting stuff there. Let's go. Kevin?
Chamberlain.
I'm telling you.
Overrated. Chamberlain. Bam.
Oh, my God. Let's mute him.
LeBron better than him.
Oh, no. Are you ready?
Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, LeBron.
Right. I agree. Jordan is the GOAT.
Yeah, we all know that one. All right. See ya.